Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green and the fight for pole position can get underway. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily, it's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
P2. You're currently in second place. Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three: Martin, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
Are you happy with where you'll be on the grid tomorrow? You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip or did you just misjudge some corners?
Appreciate your time.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. So I should probably start by asking you about Lucas Weber. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition, but Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula One proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Martin lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Leclerc, Max Verstappen and Albon, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Stroll and Sebastian Vettel, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Lucas Weber and Grosjean, Norris, Butler, George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo. Kubica and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Well done, mate. Nice start. Only one stop to go, one stop left in this strategy. Complete, go now. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Is in the pits. laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
Racing Point deserved a win today, and they got it. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
The Racing Point team will be very happy with today's performance and the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork, and a well-deserved first-place finish. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Martin takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack, but it's the driver's job to capitalise on those opportunities, and he did so with a lot of skill.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
Things are looking up after last week, aren't they? You're leading the championship. Are you happy to be there or feeling the pressure? It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Great. Well, that's everything.
Just wanted to say congrats on the podium. It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating those last few laps on the pit wall, but you brought it home.
It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms. Our proposal has been accepted. The new contract will take effect from the next race weekend.